Oren clutched his stomach with both hands, his expression contorted in pain as a sharp cramp tore through his midsection. "Not now. Not here," he muttered, eyes darting around the bustling courtyard filled with Sprunki friends preparing for the big day. His face turned green, literally, as was customary in the Incredibox universe when stress peaked, and without a word, he bolted past the crowd, one hand still pressed to his side, the other waving off anyone trying to stop him. Behind him, Pinki and Sprunko were deep in a heated argument over something that, at first glance, seemed trivial. Outfits. "We said green and glitter," Pinki scolded, wagging a perfectly manicured finger in Sprunko's direction. "Not red with pineapples." Sprunko looked down at his tropical shirt and shrugged. "But it's festive." Their back-and-forth banter carried through the air, drawing attention and slowing everyone down. Realization struck them both like a gong. Time was slipping. "We're late," Pinki shouted, her eyes widening. In a flurry of limbs, she grabbed her bag, kicked off her bunny slippers, and dashed toward the meeting area. Sprunko stumbled after her, still trying to button his ridiculous shirt. They reached the main square just as the crowd began to disperse. The event had already started. "No!" Pinki wailed dramatically, collapsing to her knees. But fate had a twisted sense of humor. As they waited near the queue for the next activity, an awkward silence fell between them, broken only by the gurgling noise of Oren's stomach in the distance. Then, in an attempt to lighten the mood, Sprunko spotted a giant cardboard cutout shaped like a banana and shoved his face through the hole. "Take the picture," he grinned. Pinki, suppressing a laugh, held up her phone. "Say potassium." Just then, a glorious sound rang out. A flushing noise. Oren emerged from the restroom, visibly relieved, floating as if he'd just shed 100 pounds of agony. "I live again," he announced melodramatically. Pinki started laughing so hard she dropped her phone. That's when a wave of something else hit them, a scent so foul, so otherworldly it made Pinki's eyes water. What did you eat?" she gasped, pinching her nose. Oren blushed. "A leftover bean burrito. From last week." Sprunko fainted theatrically in the background. The day continued with unexpected twists. Pinki, brushing off the chaos, glanced across the field and caught sight of a boy, tall, confident, with a mohawk that gleamed like stars. He was doing synchronized dance moves while balancing a pineapple on his head. "Who is that?" she whispered. Oren followed her gaze and instantly recognized the boy. "That's beatboxer Max. He's the reason rhythm exists." Max strutted over, offering Pinki a flower. "For the lady," he said suavely. Oren's mouth dropped. Pinki accepted the flower, but her eyes were on Oren, gauging his reaction. And oh, it was a storm of confusion. Sprunko whispered, "This is the beginning of a triangle, a spicy, floral triangle." To lighten the mood, Pinki plotted a harmless prank involving confetti, an air horn, and a fake spider. Unfortunately, everything went wrong. The spider somehow launched into the punch bowl, causing a chain reaction that ended with Max getting splashed and screaming. "I'm allergic to watermelon." Pinki stood frozen. That wasn't even watermelon. Then came the moment no one expected. Oren's skin began to glow and change. His usual orange tone morphed into a shimmery lavender. Everyone stared. I think I'm evolving," he whispered. "Or reacting to the burrito," Sprunko muttered. But the color suited him, and soon the crowd applauded his new look, snapping pictures and calling him Lavendoran. In the middle of the applause, Pinki noticed something more alarming. Her cupcake was gone. "Someone stole my banana blast cupcake," she shrieked. That set off a full-scale detective investigation. Sprunko donned a trench coat made from napkins and a hat made of forks. "No crumb shall be left unturned," he declared. Everyone split into groups. Interrogations began. Alibis were tested. Even Max was questioned, dramatically. "I don't even like banana," he cried. The case went cold, until a suspicious trail of crumbs led to a closet. Inside, they found a guilty-looking pigeon. "Case closed," Oren said. But the drama wasn't over. A giant cockroach skittered across the room. Pinki screamed, jumped onto a table. Oren lunged, tried to squash it with a pillow, missed, and knocked over the blender. Banana smoothie everywhere. "Get it!" Pinki yelled. "I'm trying," Oren replied. The bug vanished under the fridge, leaving chaos in its wake. "I feel like I lost a war," Sprunko moaned. Then came the confrontation. Pinki pulled Oren aside. "Did you steal my cupcake to impress Max?" Oren blinked. "What? No! I would never betray a banana." Tears welled up in her eyes. "I just wanted today to be perfect." Oren softened. "It still can be." She sniffled. "How?" "By ending it with a dance," he said, offering his hand. Music started, Sprunko on the beatbox. Pinki smiled and took Oren's hand. They danced, twirled, laughed. Pinki's outfit sparkled under the fading sun, her style drawing admiration from everyone. "She's glowing," someone whispered. "That's not glow," Sprunko said. "That's glitter from the confetti explosion earlier." The event turned into a mini fashion show. Pinki strutting with confidence, Oren twirling like a disco prince. Suddenly, a shopping cart came barreling through the field. "Sale!" someone shouted. Sprunko dove into it like a knight charging into battle. Pinki and Oren followed, caught in the frenzy. They emerged minutes later, arms full of mismatched socks, one glittery frog hat, and 12 cans of pickles. Back home, Pinki looked at the tree in her yard. "Let's decorate it," she said. And they did, ribbons, socks, flowers, even the frog hat. Oren stepped back, admiring their work. "This is art." Sprunko added a final touch, a sign that read, "Warning may contain love." Everyone laughed. As they sat under the tree, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Pinki leaned her head on Oren's shoulder. "Today was insane," she whispered. Oren nodded. "Yeah, but you're the best kind of chaos." Somewhere in the distance, the pigeon cooed, suspiciously near another cupcake.